So this video is going to be a continuation of the Black Sheep series, the Black Sheep Awakening series. The reason actually why I ended that video, so there was a spirit behind me, you know what I mean? There was this spirit, and there was this guy. He didn't happen to be in his senses, because he was talking to himself, and I would know that, of course, there's something spiritual happening. So I had to cut the video and do the part 2. So that's the main reason why I decided to do the part 2. Okay, there was a guy in the bushes behind me. Maybe you guys might have noticed, and he was running up and down in the bushes, saying a lot of things that wouldn't make sense. But anyhow, so we are going to do this is going to be a part 2 of the Black Sheep Awakening series. So the Black Sheep, like I've told you, so you will go through the awakening, and when the awakening happens, so your family is going to go in shock. So this thing is going to spread like they are going to feel the entire foundation of the family crumbling down. And usually what happens is that now you're going to disturb the entire network within the unit, because I've told you guys this whole thing has been a network, you know what I mean? So the network has been, these spirits have been hopping from one individual to another. Okay, there was a sister, then there was your father, then the mother. So it has been like a whole network. And when you awaken, it's like you crumble this entire network. The entire foundation is going down. Okay, now usually the Black Sheep, when you awaken, what will happen is that your family, you're going to experience the rejection you've never seen before. You see, this family that you're following, this family that you believe in, your family, your blood family, they are only interested in you when, as long as you can do what they want. Okay, so if you're doing things that are in their interests, then they're going to be interested in you. They may even sometimes, support you here and there a little bit. But if they know that you're not going to do anything that is in their line, in their interest, they're going to reject you. They're also going to reject you because on a very spiritual level, they see that there is something happening with you and they cannot really figure it out. Okay, you're starting to speak a new language, because I've told you guys, when you guys go through this awakening as a Black Sheep, your entire DNA is starting to shift and starting to change. So you're changing on a very physical, spiritual, emotional, mental level. You're changing. Everything is changing. And when you're changing, these changes also manifest outwards. Okay, they're going to manifest on the 3D as well. You're changing spiritually. Now these changes also manifest outwards. And the people that are around you, especially the family members, they start to feel this energy. They start to feel the shifts happening around you, and they do not know what to make of it. You know, they no longer know how to communicate with you. They no longer know if they can still come around and abuse you and gaslight you and take something from you, steal from you. So the patterns have changed, and everything has changed completely, because there's been this energetic shift that has taken place. And those people, they do no longer know how they're going to act when they're around you, because sometimes they feel when they come around you, you can already see what they want to say even before they start speaking. You know what I mean? And which is even sometimes the truth, because I've told you guys, most of the times when this veil starts lifting, for the Black Sheep of the family, this veil starts lifting, you are starting to see these people that you used to call family, brothers and sisters, family, whatever, aunties. You're starting to see these people, and you're wondering in your mind, how did you survive with these individuals this entire time? How did you survive? Because you cannot even figure out, how did you manage to live with these people this whole time? Because you see, the thing is, with this awakening, it does not allow you to see people exactly how you want to see them. So you start to see people in a different picture, you know what I mean? In a much more spiritual, you understand them, you know what I mean? You used to understand them back in the days, but when you've gone through this stage of awakening, now you understand them, and now you can almost see whatever they've been doing behind the scenes. Because I've told you guys, there's this world that is happening behind the veil. The world that you were never ever able to see. The world is opening out behind the veil in front of your eyes. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, it's overwhelming, you know. So the very first thing what they will do, because remember that you're the one who was awakened, okay? So nobody else has awakened with you. So the first thing what they usually do, they'll reject you. Okay, so you're going to go through a very, very big rejection from your family. Okay? So they're going to go in meetings, they will sit down in meetings, they will start gossiping about you, they will smear campaign you, they will start doing everything that you can think about. And now that's when you're going to be able to see these demons are going to start manifesting within family members. Okay? But if you're the scapegoat, for example, if you've been the black sheep who was awakened and you know that you've been the scapegoat in that family and maybe sometime you've walked away from that unit, now you're also going to experience a lot of fights, you know. So the family members, they will start to fight against each other, you know. The uncle will start to fight the aunt will fight the father will fight the sister. You are going to see the family, they are trying to tear each other up. And on a very closer look, ladies and gentlemen, as a person who has awakened, you will know that this whole thing is a spiritual thing going on. So these demons, they're just fighting with each other, you know what I mean? Because remember that the mission of the enemy was to keep you as asleep as they could, for as long as they could, okay? But when you awaken, that means that those demons have failed their assignments, you know? It means that they have failed their assignments. That is the reason why you sit there in panic, okay? So these things manifest physically, but you have got to understand this thing on a spiritual perspective. Well, the reason why you see your parents running up and down, they are running around to look for a new scapegoat very, very quickly, because they know that they're going to be punished. So even your parents don't know, some of them. If you have got them, the ones who are the unawakened ones, even some of them don't know that what they are doing, because these things are like on autoplay. They are doing these things like on a spiritual level. Everything is on autoplay. You're going to see them, they are going to run and they're going to recruit somebody else because they don't know how they're going to handle that energy. There's an energy coming to them. So they are feeling that they're going to be punished. So do not ask yourself a question as to why sometimes when you've left those people, you know, when you've gotten away and you've left them, do not ask yourself a question as to why they have usually had it very difficult, you know.
I messaged Sasha about that watch.
They have had it very difficult. Some of them have passed away. Some of them have ended up in hospital. Some of them are dealing with different types of cancers. The things they never had before, they started to manifest in this time. That is how powerful you are, black sheep of the family, you know. So this thing of the black sheep, people don't understand this. Some people don't understand this. Some people understand it. Some people understand it. Some people misunderstand it. Okay, it depends on everybody, because at a certain level, everybody is at a different state in their consciousness, a different level of consciousness. So they will not understand these whole things that are happening. It is only the real black sheep that will understand what is happening, you know. So the family will reject you, black sheep of the family. When you're awakened, they are going to reject you. They are going to call you names. They are going to bombard you with insults. They are going to point all the fingers. They are going to point all the barrels towards your way, because they don't understand what is happening to you. They don't understand why you are saying the things you're saying. Because remember that you're starting to see, ladies and gentlemen, the first moment I awakened to this thing of dysfunctional family units, the narcissist family units, I was in shock. I was in shock, people. You will not believe it, ladies and gentlemen. There is a lot of these narcissistic family dynamics everywhere. There is even many people who don't know that their own parents are narcissists until this moment. And it is very, very painful, ladies and gentlemen. One of the things you're also going to experience, apart from the rejection, you're going to have that. It's going to be painful for you to realize that these people that you used to love, you thought you loved all this entire time, you know, however difficult they were, however bad they treated you, whatever. But you come into that realization that how couldn't you see that you were in a very toxic family, you know? And you're starting to see these people, all their masks are sleeping everywhere, you know? All the people that you used to call friends, the people that you used to call your blood family, ladies and gentlemen, is very painful. So now you're going through this mourning process, you know what I mean? Because when they reject you, of course, you're going to realize that you're going to get away. So that's when you start out of these black sheep, they're leaving their families. They start to run out of their families to get away, to detach, and to start blocking and everything, because now they are realizing that they have been abused and their lives have been messed up so much. So now they're realizing that it's time for them to heal. So what they do is that they separate themselves away from the unit now so that they can go and start this healing journey, you know. So if you're the black sheep and you have started coming across these kind of videos and people are telling you, we're telling you that, listen guys, you're the chosen one, okay? And we're guiding you on what you need to do, where you need to go, because remember, you are going to need every guidance you can think about on this universe as a black sheep. So everything has got to change, okay? So the family that you're born, you know, those blood family, the ones you've been with, the ones that you've known, familiar territory, you've known all your entire life, everything will change, okay? So it will be time for you to get away, you know, to get away and move. And it's very dangerous, black sheep. This is one thing why I've decided to do this part 2 of this video. When you have awakened, ladies and gentlemen, it's very dangerous. The game will change, okay? The game will change because the enemy will now try to take you out. The enemy will try to take you out. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys remember those stories back in the days when they used to be, you know, I studied in a Christian school, so they used to read, you know, those Bible stories, I remember. Ladies and gentlemen, Cain. Who killed who? Was it who killed? Cain killed Abel, you know? Cain killed Abel, his brother, blood brother, just because Abel had a special anointing from God, and Cain knew that this Abel was more anointed than him. What makes you think that your brothers are going to be happy with your anointing? Your family, what makes you think that they're going to wake up and give you a hug because you are too much anointed? And now they're starting to realize that you're the one you're the chosen one of the family. The one who's there to break the curses. You are the anointed one. How do you think in your mind that they're going to welcome you with a hug? They may try to welcome you with a hug, but they have got a knife on their back. So it is very dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. When you have awakened, you have to learn how to run away. You have to learn how to go. Okay? You have got to go and let them process these things on their own. You know, there was a story of Joseph when these people realized that Joseph was anointed and he had got these special gifts, abilities of interpreting dreams. So their brothers thought that he was insane, you know. They thought that this guy was crazy, was insane. So what they did, they planned against him and they took him and threw him somewhere in the desert. They dug a very deep, you guys know that story. They dug a very big hole in the ground and they threw him there. With no help, and they wanted you know, these people came around and they found him. These those guys, the slaves, the slave masters, they came and found him and picked him up. You guys know the whole story. The scholars, you can go back to that story. There is no way for you to think that you're the black sheep of your family. You are the anointed one, and you're going to think that those people, they are going to welcome you with a hug. The demon will not welcome you with a hug, ladies and gentlemen. The demon may come around to hug you, but they will come around with a glass of poison, because they want you gone. So do not ask yourself a question as to why you see a lot of times these black sheep of the family, the first thing they do is to run away. You know, when they realize that all these people, whatever, they are messed up, they are awakened. The first thing what they do, they're going to first of all run, you know. So the reason why they're running, because they're running to go and work on themselves and to get out of toxicity. Because now you're starting to realize that you need to give these people some time, okay? You need to get away from them and give them time to come to that self-awareness, probably at some point by themselves. But now you're realizing the role that you've got to do, and you have got to run away. If you don't run away, black sheep of the family, you are going to get hurt. That is one thing you need to understand clearly in this video. Your own father, your own mother, they may come around and poison your drink. They may stab you in the back. They may set you up for a car accident. So they're going to try to take you out, okay? This is because on a very spiritual level, they don't know that they can deal with you. You understand? And they know that you're finally the generational curse breaker. You see, this kind of information is going to be hidden from your family members for a long period of time. So your families will never know who you are for your entire life. You know, you could have lived with them for 30 years. They never really knew who you were. So they were blind to this truth because this is a divine light that you've got within you, and they were blind to this divine light. They didn't even realize that in that family you are the one who brought all the blessings that they were sitting on in that family. You are the one with the blessings in that family. So they were all blind to this, to your divine light. So when they finally start to get this information, and they start to see the way you're moving, and they're getting some knowledge, wisdom, and awareness on this dynamics, whatever it is happening, and they're realizing that they chose the one, that thing is going to trigger a very big wave, shockwave in the family. There will be jealousy. There will be more jealousy. There has been jealousy before, but there will be more jealousy this time. There will be more envy. There will be attempted murder. So when you're talking about these things, people, you need to understand how to move. If you're the black sheep of the family, you really need to understand how to move. You first of all have to get away. You have got to get away. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you've been through. It has been very difficult. Well, I understand. I get it. It has been a hard road, a hard journey. We get it. The black sheep of a family will live a similar life. So your life has not been very different from mine. You follow the lead. You follow the guidance from the ones who have been there before you. So you get away. You go out on hill, accept that you're going to be away from the family for a while, okay? It's going to take you years. Sometimes black sheep have been mentioned to spend 10 years away from their families. I know a black sheep, a very famous Namibian celebrity, and they have been away from their family for about 7 years, because that person decided to go a certain direction, and their family rejected them. They sent him out of church and they rejected them. So he has been successful these last 7 years of his life, doing very big things, doing his own stuff, but this family is back there, still on that whatever, they are sitting on that pain that he left the family 7 years ago, but they're not acknowledging that he has made it in life and is really happy. You know what I mean? So the black sheeps, we're out there, we're out here, we are around the world, we are many, but it's just a few of us are out there visible. You know what I mean? So you may not really know that we're out here until you start to try to find your tribe. You're going to find us, we're here, That's when you will understand and you realize that your problem has not been different from mine, and we have always been in the same boat. We have all been in the same situation. So black sheep of the family, like I've said, to sum up this whole video together, your awakening is inevitable, okay? Your awakening is inevitable. You're going to wake up. You're actually going to be the first person to wake up in your family. When you wake up, there will be a storm within the unit. There will be a lot of rejection. But at that moment, your life is at stake, okay? So because you need to be very, very careful how you tread with your family, because those people, there is some demons that you've been dealing with and you've been fighting in the spiritual world. Those demons, they figure out you have awakened, and now you're going to start to see who they are. They may decide to take you out. So your health is very important. Your life is at stake. You need to run away and get out of the unit, okay? Go out there and heal and work on yourself. And your purpose and path, all of that is going to be revealed to you along the journey, okay? But if you do not get the guts, this is one final thing I want to say in this video. If you do not get the guts and the courage to walk away, I want to listen very closely. Black sheep of the family. If you have not found the courage and the guts to walk away from your family, you'll never be able to find your purpose. This one, you can take it from me. You are not going to be able to find your path and your purpose, your life purpose, if you have not been able to walk away from your family. It's not going to be possible. Okay, so that's the one thing I want you to know and remember. Is the reason as to why I'm always telling you, get away. Who is the problem? Your wife. Get away. When you get away, block. Stay no contact and start the healing journey. Your purpose is only revealed to you after you've done the work to heal. If you're going in these circles with the family because you love them so much, you cannot let them go because they are your brothers and your sisters, you're not going to heal. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, and you're going to be able to find your purpose. You're going to be stuck in that bubble of being with your family members who are not even helping you to evolve, okay? So let me know what you think about this video. This has been the part 2 of this series. You can let me know what you think about the video. in the comment section below. You guys know that I do love and appreciate your support. So Black Sheeps, I want to know your experience in the comment section below. Give us a comment, okay? You can support or donate my channel if you want to. For those of you who want to book a session with me, the email will also be found in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. Desmond signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.